so I'll introduce Ashley. For those of you who don't know her, most of you probably do know who she is, but if you don't, it's this girl. I don't know if she's this way on y'all's, but she's right next to me on mine. She's been a coach, for a year and a half?
Yep.
Year and a half. She was our Florida Fit's top coach last year, so she helped the most people last year.
Oh my God, is it me or is it Jessie?
What?
Who's frozen?
Me? I'm frozen?
Yeah, okay, it wasn't me. Good. Keep going.
Still frozen?
No.
Oh, no. Please work.
No, you're fine. So I'll take it from here. You're not frozen anymore, Jessie.
Okay, sorry. It just said I logged into another account. I don't know what's going on. Okay, go ahead. Ashley was our top coach last year. She was awesome. She is awesome. We're going to Punta Cana in like 38 days, which I'm pumped about. She is already earning Success Club trips, y'all, and she earned her Success Club trip, her first Success Club trip, 6 months into coaching? Mm-hmm. And she is working full time. She got married this past October. So she's a new wife and has a lot on her plate, but she's still building a business. So I will mute myself. Hopefully I don't get kicked off or whatever. And Ashley can take it from here.
So thanks for that, Jessie. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Ashley. Hey, everyone. So like Jessie said, I work full time and I am building my business. So the great thing about this business is that, guys, you can put in as much time in this business as you want. And if you don't want to put a lot of time in it, you don't have to. But I'm assuming most of you have full-time jobs since you're on this call and you're wondering, like, how do I juggle everything? So kind of just reiterate what Jessie said. I have a regular 9-to-5 job. I work at a law office, so we're super busy all the time. 1 to 2 days a week, I actually work at the courthouse, so we're not allowed to, like, play on our phones or anything like that. I am married, so I have a husband, and I've got 3 fur babies, which keep me super, super busy. So literally 9 to 5, I am at work, right? So how do I do this? So lately I've been waking up early to schedule my stuff in. Have you ever heard that quote, bosses don't cancel meetings? That's how you have to make this, guys. If you want to build this into a business, you have to act like a boss, and you have to make meetings for yourself. You have to schedule out time to get your personal development in, to get your workouts in, to invite people, to drink your shake, to do all of that, right? You have to schedule that in. If you don't, you're kind of just drifting through your day and you're finding yourself more busy than productive. How many of us can say that, right? I've been there, I've done that. And it's very frustrating because you feel like you're putting in a lot of work when you're not. So a lot of the things that I do not really at the time I post them. So like if you guys are seeing me post a picture of me and my shake, it's probably me and my shake from yesterday. I schedule out a lot of my posts. And I do that through Postcron. I do that through Facebook so that I'm not having to sit there and write 3 to 4 paragraphs, come up with that on the spot, right? So I'm scheduling those types of things out. You can make a schedule for yourself. I kind of go with the day of the week. So I'll do a lot of motivational stuff on Monday, a lot of food stuff on Tuesday, like a Tasty Tuesday thing. My transformation posts, guys, every Tuesday and Thursday, I make a transformation post. And those posts that I'm making those the night before or the day before. I'm not sitting there in the morning figuring out what I need to write down and post on Facebook, right? I find gaps in my day. So during my lunch break, I am messaging my challengers. I'm messaging my coaches. I'm inviting people to this opportunity because that's the only time that I have to do this, right? Like I told you guys, I work in a courthouse 1 to 2 days a week. So I can't be on my phone. So a lot of the times what I'll do is I'll kind of sneak out to my car, or when I'm going to the bathroom, I'll hurry up and check my phone and make a quick post if I have to do something. Oh my God, my boss is going to kill me if he sees this. But anyway, like that's what I do. I just find gaps in my day to do this, right? Guys, you don't have to overcomplicate it. You don't have to constantly be on your phone making posts. When I see a post that I really like sometimes I'll see a post that Jessie creates, right? So I will actually copy that post and save it into a note and rewrite it. I never use copy and paste from her page to mine. I always make it into my own. because people can completely read through that. They can see something on my page, and if it doesn't sound like me, they're going to be like, where did she come up with this from, right? Just like sometimes I'll go to other people's pages and I'll see things and I'm like, I know she doesn't talk like that. She doesn't say, hey girl, hey, like that's my post, like, you know? So you have to be constantly thinking about things like this. You know, at the end of the day, so if I wake up early, I try to get my workout in then, right? Eat that frog. For me, my workout is my frog. I constantly push it to the very end of the day, which, you know, you don't get to post your sweaty selfie in the morning. You got to post it late at night. Guys, that for my audience, they like seeing my workouts right at 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon. And that's because for a while, I literally was going to work 9 to 5, getting home and working out. Right? Because I also have a family. I have my husband. I have to cook dinner for him. So I know that if I'm cooking dinner for him that night, I have to do my Beachbody work as soon as I get home. I have to finish my 4 vital behaviors before I cook dinner for him, right? So scheduling things out is super, super important. Things like these calls. Guys, every single Monday we have a team call. You need to make that non-negotiable. The things Jessie talks about, the people that are on these calls, they're providing information to you that is like mind-blowing, right? And, you know, some of us are listening to PD. If you're not, you need to pick it up. But that's what these calls are about. They're to better yourself. So, you know, put that on your calendar. I know a lot of us, we have families, right? We have husbands at home. We've got kids who go to soccer. Make those Monday nights your non-negotiable. You know, tell your husband, look, I can't go on date nights on Monday, right? That's what I do. And Jake knows, like, if something happens on Monday nights, I'm not going to be there. And you just have to put your foot down with it. Like, make it a non-negotiable. Bosses don't cancel on their own meetings, right? Another thing, I probably should have taken notes, but anyway, so another thing that I do is that, where was I going with this? Oh no, I just like blanked out. It's okay. Don't worry. Hold on one second. Let me just think. Okay. So let's see. I talked about me working. Oh my gosh, this is awful, isn't it? Oh, list. Okay. So I make list, right? Because I'm forgetful. Okay. And we all are, guys. We're all so busy throughout our day that sometimes things get pushed to the back burner, not because we mean to, but because other things come up, right? So for me, I have a BAT, which is a business activity tracker, I think it's called, right? And in that business activity tracker, it tells me what I need to do in my day. So for me, I need to message 10 new people a day. Just, hey girl, hey, what's going on? How much time do you put in daily? Thanks for that, Jessie. So so real quick, I'll just kind of wrap up where I was going with this. So if you're not using a business activity tracker, guys, find one and use it. Make one yourself if you need to, because it reminds you of the daily activities you need to do, right? It keeps you on task for what you need to do. So for me, I send out 10 hey girl, hey messages. Just, hey girl, hey, happy birthday. I love your kids. I love your smile, whatever it may be, right? Try not to sound creepy because that turns people off, but you get where I'm going with this, right? The next thing I do is I send out 10 invites to my challenge group. It's a non-negotiable for me. Every single day I send out 10 invites to my challenge group. And then every day, guys, I send out 10 messages inviting people to this opportunity. Just, hey girl, I think that you would make an amazing coach. Have you ever considered it? Guys, like if you've been working with people for a while, especially if they're in your challenge group month after month after month, and you see any type of potential in them, tell them that. I'm one of these people that I like to be told that I'm doing a good job or that I'm really good at something, you know? I like those affirmations for me, right? It makes me feel really good about myself. It makes me want to be on a team call and talking to you guys, right? Other people like that too. When you tell them how proud you are of them, if you tell them, they would make an amazing coach, if you tell them that, you see so much, potential in them, right? That makes that person go, dang, like I want to be part of her community. I want to hang out with people like her. So that's what I do, right? So one of the questions Jessie had was, how much time do you put in daily? So that is going to vary just depending on what you're doing. I recently am trying to be more productive than I am busy. So for me, it varies throughout my day. It depends on what I have going on. But one thing that I've found that really helps me bring my time down that I'm working my business is to make scheduled times to do specific activities. So like if I'm inviting to a challenge group, I give myself 30 minutes to send out those 10 invites. Now that's kind of a lot of time. I probably give myself an hour to send out my challenge group, my hey girl hey, and my coach invites, right? Like in that hour, I don't answer Facebook messages, I don't watch TV, I don't do anything like that. I literally am zoned in and I'm focused and I'm doing a task that I know needs to be done. Kind of going back to watching TV, just like I said, guys, figure out how much TV you're watching, because for me, I literally was writing down like what I was doing day to day, and the amount of TV I was watching was ridiculous. Like I was watching The Real Housewives, I was watching Below Deck, I was watching all kinds of crazy stuff, right? Netflix, guys, like I was watching probably like 3 to 4 hours of TV a day. Crazy, right? But a lot of us do that and not even realize it, right? We might be watching TV with our husband or watching TV with our kids, and we don't even realize that. Guys, I literally just cut off our cable. I was like, I don't need that. Like, it's taking time away from my business. But I'm not saying that you have to do that, but just cut your TV time down, cut it in half. And guys, it will make a huge difference in your business, because you'll then have time to put into your business, right? If you're one of these people that you work from literally 8 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock at night, and you get home and you have to cook dinner and you feel like I can't do anything else, guys, wake up an hour early to get your exercise in, to send out some messages. It makes a huge difference. I'm not a morning person, but the mornings I do wake up early and I get everything done before I go to work, I get home and I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Right? Isn't that weird? Isn't that a crazy feeling to have? It's very unusual for me to have that feeling, because we usually have loads of laundry to do. But it works, guys. If you chisel out times in your day to work your business, it makes a huge difference. And like I said, you want to be focused when you're doing this. You don't want to be, answering messages here and text there. Like, laser down into it. Let's see, what sacrifices have you made to get your work done? Do you watch TV? Do you work weekends? What are the non-negotiables in this business? Tomorrow you're going to be a morning person. Me and Aaron got your back. Yes, so tomorrow I'm waking up early. So what sacrifices have I made, right? So number one, waking up early. Guys, I was one of these people that on weekends, I literally would sleep in until 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock when Jake came home from work to wake me up. That's crazy, right? And it's because I told myself that I needed that rest, because I was waking up early and I was going to bed late. But guys, when you sleep in that long, like unless you're sick, you're doing more harm to your body than you're doing good. Your body doesn't need 12 hours straight of sleep, right? Unless you're like a doctor and you work like 6 days straight at the hospital. So I've been waking up earlier. Guys, it starts my whole day off so much better when I work out, when I read my PD, all that kind of stuff, right? Watching TV. So I have completely like almost eliminated TV from my life. Like I just cut off my cable. The only time I watch TV is when we have our date nights. And if it's a movie I'm not into, like I'm doing Beachbody stuff. Like I'm sitting there with my laptop, making my graphics for my challenge groups, talking to my coaches, checking in with them, doing stuff that's productive for me, right? Let's see, do you work on weekends? I do work on weekends, but guys, it's because I choose to work on weekends. Hey girl! So it's because I choose to work on weekends. Like one of my goals in this business, some of you may know it, some of you may not, but it's to quit my full-time job this year, right? I put my blood, my sweat, my tears into my job. I'm really great at my job. I love what I do, right? But why am I not doing that with my business? And guys, this year it was kind of like an aha moment to me that was like, why will I stay overtime at work but not work overtime in my business, right? Like if half of us worked our business the way we go to work every day, working for someone else, doing a job that we absolutely hate doing because we're miserable there, right? If we put in half that effort towards our business, could you imagine where your business would be? Right? And guys, it's all about consistency in this, right? So you can't, go to work and be on a hiatus and not post. You have to show up every single day. You just have to. Let's see. Do you work weekends? Told you guys that. Let's see. You've got to treat this business like a business. Yeah. So like Jesse said, you have to treat this business like a business. Guys, giving yourself business hours. I've recently implemented business hours in my life. Game changer. Game changer. Because I'm not on my phone all the time, right? How many of us feel like we're on the phone all the time, right? Our man friend is like, girl, what are you doing on the phone again? Like, you need to be over here, like, cuddling with me, and I don't even like to cuddle. Like, I get it, guys. I'm there, right? Like, I'm trying to spend more time with my family. But at the same time, I have to make sacrifices now so that when I get older, when I build my business into where I want it to be, I don't have to make such big sacrifices, right? So there are nights where I skip dinner with my friends. There are nights where I go to the movies and I bring cucumbers to snack on, right? I do that because I know that that's what moves me forward in my business. It's not because, I don't want to have date night and I tell my boyfriend, or my husband, sorry. I don't tell Jake, like, no, I'm not going on a date with you because it's not going to help my business. But, if we're going out to his friend's house and they're all drinking beer and stuff, I'm going to be like, babe, this isn't helping my business. Like, it's just not, And there's some things that, I've completely given up. Like, when I go out, I won't drink anymore. Completely, like, sober when I go out to the club. So now my friends, like, don't even invite me, which is cool. Like, I get to stay home, whatever. Let's see. How much time are you setting aside for your implemented business hours? So, good question. So literally I get 1 hour a day for lunch. That is a mandatory Beachbody business hour. Like, I literally scarf down my salad and I implement my business hours. That's when I'm inviting people. That's when, I'm following up on messages, things like that. Guys, today I worked at the courthouse and I couldn't be on my phone. I literally sold the challenge pack while I was peeing because that's what I do. Half the time when y'all read my post, it's because I'm on the toilet, like, just throwing it out there, okay? Because I don't have the time. I don't have the time for it. I'm so busy. Like, how many of us have said that, right? I just said that. That's crazy. But I feel like there's days where I don't have enough hours in my day. And guys, that's okay. This business is not meant for you to feel like you're working another job. But at the same time, if you want this to be your full-time job, if you want to go big with Beachbody, if you want to earn money, like, full-time money, you got to work full-time for it. It isn't going to just come to you from working out and sharing your shake post, right? Like, that doesn't work. It doesn't work. So take pictures of yourself, of course, and share that with people. Share your life with people. It doesn't always have to be all about Beachbody, right? That's what we're here for. We're here to share our lives with people, right? Is Jessica talking? Let's see. You get to hang with a sober Sally over here. Yeah, girl. Like, I am such a lightweight that, like, when I drink, like, it's crazy. Dance on tables. I turn into a unicorn. I don't know if y'all want to see that. Do a daily business tracker or Coach Empower Hour. Yes. So have you guys seen the Coach Empower Hour that Jesse posted in the group? I'm about to, like, dig in my school bag. So I don't have this one filled out, but this thing right here, look, it literally is always at my reach. So, by the way, I have a school bag, my school bag, that I carry all my Beachbody stuff in because, guys, I'm never in one place. Like, so I carry my business with me in my school bag. This Coach Empower Hour, guys, if you don't have a power hour, you don't understand a power hour, this is great. It literally breaks down day by day for you what to do in your business to be successful, right? And it has to do with, posting, it has to do with inviting, it has to do with you hitting all four of your, what is it called? Vital behaviors. Sorry, I've done it so many times, guys. And look, it gives you, like, little check boxes. So this is, like, your friends request. Like, because we always need to be growing our network, right? Challenge group invites, coach invites, different follow-ups, hey girl, hey messages, didn't I talk about that? And then it just gives you, like, a daily check-in right here. So you have your challenge groups, your free groups you're doing, team pages, training videos, post 3 to 5 times a day. You guys get it, right? So Jesse posted this in the group. Guys, if you're not using this, you should start using it. If you don't have a BAT, this is a great, great place to start, right? I like that. I need to start calling my power hours Empower Hours. I like the way that sounds. But guys, the whole point of you finding time in your business, it's not really finding time in your business, right? It's making time in your business. If this is important to you, you're going to make time for it. If it's not important to you, you're going to watch TV when you're home alone, not do your house chores, get those out the way, right? Another thing I do, guys, is that I listen to PD in my car, right? I don't have time always to sit down and read a book because I'm busy, right? I have a husband who wants to hang out. He doesn't want to sit there while I read books. I have dogs that want to play with me. I don't know if you guys have ever tried to read a book and say, oh, that doesn't work in my household. So guys, I listen to personal development on the way to work, right? I've got a 15-minute commute to work, a 15-minute home commute to work. And if I listen to my PDs, I'm breaking up. Am I breaking up? Y'all hear me? Y'all good? You sleeping there? What's going on? Got it? So I listen to my PD on the way to work, right? And guys, if you're driving in your car, you should listen to PD. Get that knocked out of the way while you're in your car. That's like 30 minutes of my day that I can't do anything because I'm driving. But I can listen to PD, right? So that's part of my business hour right there, my empower hour right there. So for me, on a good day, when I wake up at 5 a.m., this is how my day goes. So 5 a.m., I wake up, I do my workout, I literally sit down and I do my morning miracle. So I go ahead and I meditate a little bit, I journal a little bit. I don't know, what else do I do? Oh, so I read my PD, I read out affirmations. Huge, huge, huge game changer, guys. If you're not good with time, you should affirm that you are good with time, because that's what I've been doing and it's kind of been working, just saying. And then I literally start my day. So if I wake up in the morning, I do house chores in the morning. So I don't have to come home after work and do house chores, right? And pretty much I do all 4 of my vital behaviors before I go to work. So then when I go to work, I work 9 to 5. My lunch hours when I'm inviting people, talking to people, I get off of work, and then that's when I answer messages for follow-ups for people, responding back to me and stuff. Throughout my day, yeah, I do text and message, but I try so much not to be on my phone constantly because it's something that I found I was doing and I wasn't being productive. I was just being busy. Let's see. How do you track messages, potential challengers? I'm glad Jessie is asking questions because I should have prepared for this. Thanks, Jessie. So how do you track messages, potential challengers, and how long do you wait to follow up? So I create lists. These are all of my current leads. So these are people that I found like in the last couple weeks. I have my customers, I have my coaches, I have their coaches, and then I have my dream team. So my dream team consists of people that I really want on my team that maybe have shown an interest, and these are the people that I'm following up with pretty much every single month. And if I'm not following up with them, I'm literally going and liking their pages, and I'm just creating conversations that work with them, right? If I find someone who is interested, guys, I'm trying to follow up 2 to 3 days after they tell me yes, right? They say, let me talk to my husband. I literally 2 to 3 days later am like, hey girl, you had a chance to talk to your hubby yet? I know Jessie follows up like the very next day. What I have found with follow-ups, guys, is the sooner the better. So the longer you wait, the longer they have to sit there and say, maybe that's not gonna work. I just saw this other, magic wrap thing that looks a little cheaper. Maybe I'll go with that. I'm gonna order that. And then they end up not ordering from you, right? That's what happens. Let's see. Do you schedule your posts for challenge groups, free groups? Do you sit down and talk to your family hubby about business hours? How did you approach that? Okay, so for my challenge groups, I don't know if you guys run your own challenge groups, but I run mine. So if you run your own challenge groups, guys, post-cron is literally a lifesaver. So you can post in your challenge groups, you can post in your event pages, you can post on your regular page. Guys, it saves so much time. I literally sit down and I schedule out all my posts for the entire group, so I don't have to worry about it. It's like not on my mind anymore, and I can just go on with my day. It's one less thing I have to do, right? Again, that goes down into like that focus, empower hour. Like I got to get my group up, I got to get my event going. So I just schedule everything out on post-cron. I think I pay like $10 a month for post-cron. And guys, you can post for free on post-cron up to I think like 10 posts or something like that. But because I'm running groups and I'm doing events, I literally post-cron all of that in there. So I'm posting like 40 to 50 different posts for different things. Let's see, do you sit down and talk to your hubby, your family / your hubby about business hours? How did you approach that? Okay, so Jessie asked me this because this is my biggest struggle, right? I struggle a lot with balancing, right? A lot of us have struggles with this, with balancing my home life and my business life, right? Because I'm so not consumed with Beachbody, but I'm so laser focused into what I want from Beachbody. Like, I know what this business can give me, and I know I have to work my butt off for it. So, you know, when I set a goal to reach Success Club, I'm not going to quit messaging people until I hit Success Club. I literally started messaging people Thursday, and I hit Success Club today. Like, what is today? Monday, right? So from Thursday to Monday, I've probably messaged about 125 people. I'm not even kidding you guys. I know it sounds like a lot. Only about, 30, 40, 50 of those people responded to me, which is usual, and only 3 of them bought from me, which is even more usual, right? That just goes to show you guys you have to be talking to more and more people. So what that means is that, you have to set these business hours. So sitting down and talking to your hubby or your family about it is super, super important. It's one thing that I'm really not good at communicating with my hubby. And most of the time it turns into, hey babe, you want to join my team? And we end up fighting about it because he doesn't want to join my team. But it's cool because one day he will want to join my team. And so with that question comes, the only time Jake and I usually talk about business hours are when he's like, really, you're on the phone again? And I'm like, yeah, babe, this is for our future. But you have to tell them, guys, like, you have to explain to them because they don't understand this, right? So they don't understand that you're on Facebook trying to sell a challenge pack or trying to share your journey with someone so that they become interested in what you're doing. You have to show them the value behind it. Oh, here we go. Explain your why to them. Yeah, so like Jesse said, explain your why to them. And I do tell Jake that all the time. Like, I want to be able to quit my job to be a stay-at-home mom. Like, I tell him all the time, babe, I'm doing this for us. In 5 years, I'm going to be able to retire you from your job. I tell him this at least once a week. And whether he believes it or not, I affirm it to him, right? Because that's my why. My why is being financially stable, financially free, enough to provide for myself, my family, my husband, so that we're all happy and we're all healthy together, right? Isn't that our mission here? So it's super important that you guys do talk to your family about it, especially if you're going to make Beachbody a big part of your life, right? Just recently I had to sit down and talk to him about Super Saturday because I'm part of Marketing Council and I'm going to be speaking at Super Saturday. So I kind of came out and was just like, babe, I need you to come to Super Saturday. And he was like, I'm not doing it, right? But I told him, I said, I want you to see what I do. I want you to see the atmosphere of everybody, right? Now, I don't know if he's going to be able to come because he's got work, but, I told him about it. Don't make this a secret part of your life from them, right? Share it with them. Show them pictures of you and your friends when you're at Super Saturday. Tell them how much you love this community, right? He sees it. He sees it in me. He knows how much happier I am. But I am still working on the whole communication thing. But I'm sure you guys are good at that too, right? Any questions? Kind of all over the place. I'll come more prepared next time.
I thought you did great. I was asking you questions because I know a lot of people won't ask those questions, and I think they're important. The only reason why I was asking them.
Yeah, so I don't know if this is about finding time, but when I first joined this, guys, I wanted nothing to do with this business because I didn't have time. I was working full-time. I was in school. I also had 2 other network marketing businesses. I told Jesse I didn't want anything to do with this business opportunity. But as I saw her growing and I saw her quitting her full-time job and I saw her going on these trips, guys, I literally thought to myself, why couldn't that be me? The only difference in what I was doing and what she was doing was the amount of time she was putting into this. I was only putting the amount of time to work on myself into this, right? I didn't care about sharing it with people. I didn't care about any of that. I just wanted this for me. And don't get me wrong, I kind of still do want this just for me. But it's a little different now because for me, it's like it's selfish not to share this with you guys. Like in 6 months, I literally earned Punta Cana for me and Jake. That's crazy. I never thought that would happen. I was in 2 other network marketing companies at the time. And I literally thought the trip Jessie was going on was like a hoax. Like I was like, there's no way. Like she paid buku money to go on this, right? I literally told her that. I was like, that wasn't a real trip. Like I saw her on a cruise ship and I was like, it's not real.
She goes, you're probably lying. How much did you pay to go on that cruise? I'm like, I didn't pay anything. She was like, I think you're lying. And I was like, I mean, you can check my bank account. I promise you I'm not paying for anything on this trip. And I told her to ask Tyler, and Tyler straight up told her because he was non-Beachbody believer before he went on that trip. So just putting that out there.
Right. But guys, like I'm telling you this not to even brag to you, but to tell you that you can do this. When times get hard in this business, do not give up. That was what I did in everything else that I did. Do not give up. Dive into this. Share your struggles. You know, push through, because this is the thing. It's not that people like seeing you struggle, but they follow you because they want to see how you deal with it. You know, if they see you overcoming a struggle, then they say, well, if she can do that, I can do that. But if they don't ever see you struggling, they're like, who is this person, right? We all struggle, right? But that's what I'm getting at. So like, if you're struggling, like take the time, instead of like going in and not talking to anybody and not posting and like disappearing. Like, I don't know how that happens to people, but I see people disappear all the time. But guys, use that time that you would take to yourself and dive into this business, because you will attract so many people who are just like you when you are struggling. I know that sounds crazy, but what you struggle with, other people struggle with too. And those are the people that you want to help, because you have the same types of struggles, right? And I'm not saying you have to post about, you know, your big daddy and I don't even know, I'm going off on a tangent, but, you know, just show people that you're a real person. You know, you guys, a lot of you have seen my profile. I like ugly cried for like 30 minutes one time on my Facebook, you know, but instead of me going and eating a pint of ice cream and hiding in my bed like I used to, instead of doing that, like I put my struggle into my business, and I showed people that this business right here is why I'm not doing that anymore. And do you know how many people reached out to me that day? Like, it was like freaking crazy. Like, people were just like, I'm so proud of you. Like, that's weird. Like, you're a stranger. Like, what are you proud of me for? Like, but it's true, you know, and I see it all the time. I see it with, you know, a lot of our teammates, that when they're struggling, they go MIA. They fall off the map. You can't do that in this business, guys. You have to use that time that you would literally like do whatever you're doing. I don't even know what we do when we struggle, but you got to use that time to devote into your business. And I promise you that the outcome of that will be so much better for you, you know, no matter what you're going through, you know. And like I said, you don't have to share every little emotional detail, but if you post on Facebook, like, man, like, I don't want to work out today. Like, what is my deal? You're going to have somebody post on there like, girl, get your butt up and go work out. Like, because that's what people do. They interact with other people, right? And people are kind of drawn towards not negativity, but that struggle, because they struggle too. They connect with you on that level, right? Someone who doesn't work out isn't going to connect with you on a sweaty selfie every single post. They're going to be like, this girl sweats so much. I don't understand. They're not going to sweat, right? They don't want to sweat. They're out of shape, you know? But if you post that, you know, you're struggling, or, you know, you're craving candy or whatever it is, people connect with that. So I hope that kind of helps you guys. That was definitely not about time, I don't think, but it was there. Any questions? Guys, ask me questions. Come on, y'all are my friends.
I could ask her questions all day, y'all. Y'all need to ask her questions if y'all have any questions. Who here struggles with like balancing their time with work and family and Beachbody and life? Everyone's pretty much raising their hand. So you got to have some questions for like anything. I mean, I pretty much asked a majority of the questions that I thought how I would think. And just so y'all know, like, when I didn't start this full time. I was just like Ashley. I was working 2 other jobs, and one of my jobs took up my weekends. I was a wedding planner. So if you've ever planned a wedding, you understand, especially it's even worse when it's not your wedding, because like you can get blamed for it. Like if it's your wedding, then like, oh, it's your wedding, so like it's whatever. But like if it's someone else's wedding, like that's a big deal. So you can't really like mess up. And so wedding weeks, like weeks, y'all, I couldn't spend an hour a day on my business. I posted still. I showed up. I posted about wedding stuff, but I still posted. I still showed up every single day. The only difference was I wasn't spending an hour every single day in my business. I would do 15 minutes on my lunch break, 15 minutes in between my meetings with brides or vendors or whatever it needed to be. But I showed up every day. I did not give up when things got hard, and I just kept pushing forward. And, you know, there were days, I'm not going to lie, there were days where I didn't do anything. I still posted. Like that was a non-negotiable for me, because the moment that you don't, like you just go MIA, like Ashley said, people forget about you. They do. They forget. I've said this multiple times. It's like going to a newsstand, getting a newspaper, the same newspaper every week, and all of a sudden it's not there. So you go back next week to go get it, and it's still not there. You're going to pick up another newspaper. People are going to move on to another coach or another product or another option, right? So show up every day. I don't care if it's a motivational quote and that's all you can get up there. Get something up. And I'm not telling you to just post, like, not adding value. Add value to people's lives. Don't just post to post. But show up every day. Make it non-negotiable. Y'all can unmute yourselves if you want to ask questions. I mean, you can.
So I have a question right here. How much time do you spend on your business aside from your lunch break? So I try to spend at least an hour in the morning on my business. That usually is my workout and my Shakeology. Like that's my being a product of the product. I listen to PD on my way to work. That's part of my 4 vital behaviors, right? My lunch break is my inviting part of my 4th vital behavior. And then recognition, that's just something that I will schedule out the night before. And then usually like an hour after I get home from work, I'll work on my business. Again, so that's 3 hours a day. Don't get me wrong, that is a lot of time to set aside for your business. But like I told you guys, I have a goal to quit my job. So I cannot work this business just 30 minutes a day. That's not going to work for me. Let's see. Doing notifications in your business. What did she say? Oh, I want to thank you so much for sharing. I just printed out an Empower Hour. In my binder now, it's time to plan out my week. Yeah, so I just got really excited because I got a really good idea. So, so how she says she plans out her week, and I don't know how she plans out her week, but guys, every single week I meal prep. That takes out a huge chunk of my time that I count towards my business, right? Huge, huge, huge. Man, the idea just went away. Oh, and then another thing that I do too when I'm planning out my week, this is something I'm working on because I am trying to spend more time with Jake. I schedule out date nights now. I know that sounds crazy, but he and I don't go on date nights unless I specifically am like, okay, this Friday we're going on a date night, or this Saturday I'm going on a date night. I actually have a calendar in my kitchen. This is how Jake and I communicate. It's really not that great, but he knows what I'm doing. I know what he's doing. So I have a calendar in my kitchen, and anytime I have something to do, I write it in the calendar, whether it's Beachbody related or personal related, work related, whatever it is. I write it on the calendar. So every Monday you'll see on my calendar like team call with an arrow on all the Mondays, because he knows on Mondays I'm busy. On the first Wednesday of the month, and the last Wednesday of the month, I have coaching calls, so he knows that I'm busy. So that's kind of how we communicate. I'm working on it, but yeah, those are my ideas. I know it sounds weird to like schedule out date nights and stuff, but like I said, guys, like if you're having trouble hanging out with your spouse, God, that sounds awful. But like if you feel like you're having trouble like hanging out with them, like it happens, right? Like we both work, and I'm trying to work a business on the side. Like schedule it out with them. You know, make time to sit down every single night for dinner with them. That's our time together. You know, so.
Does anyone else have any questions before? I have a few like announcements, closing announcements, but I just want to, not announcements, but reminders, I guess. But I want y'all to be able to ask questions. So if y'all have questions, now's the time to ask. Anything?
Heather, you're looking at me funny. What are you trying to ask me? What's going on?
She's like, nope. Okay, well, if y'all think of questions that y'all have, maybe you like sit down and go do something and you're like, man, like I should have asked this. Post in our team page. Don't message Ashley and like ask her all the same questions. Okay, post in the team page, because other people watching this recording, other people on this call probably have those same questions. All right, I'm not telling you you can't reach out to her because she's nice and she will respond to you, but I also don't want y'all blowing up her messages, because she's probably got like 75 people that she's talking to right now. All right.
I have a question real quick.
Go ahead.
Okay, what PD are you doing? I'm just curious. That's really random.
Who? To me or to Jesse?
You.
Oh, no, to you.
Oh, I'm actually reading a book Jesse gave me. It's a Dave Ramsey's book. I don't know what it's called. I should know what it's called. But I'm trying to save money, because I'm trying to quit my job and I'm trying to pay off debt. So that's what I'm thinking.
I was trying to see which ones I still have here. It's not, it's a funny one. What's it called, Ashley?
Oh, shit.
Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey. Right?
Yeah, but I've got like several really good ones. 52 Ways to Live a Kick-Ass Life. Love that book. Super small chapters, super like motivational, like your kick-ass girlfriend, like do it. 52 Ways to Live a Kick-Ass Life. You Are a Badass, of course, is like a great book. It really all depends on what kind of personal development you're looking for. Right now, I'm trying to find financial personal development, so that's what I'm reading.
We have a huge list. I posted it the other day on the team page, and I've tagged a few of our newer coaches to it, so it should be kind of up in the feed. It's in the file section, but it's literally broken up into like sections. So like if you are struggling with confidence, I have like a list of books with confidence. If you're struggling with time management, a good book for time management, Ashley referred to this earlier. So some of you might have been like, what the heck is she talking about? Eat That Frog. Like she said, her workout is her frog. Eat That Frog is a really good time management book. It talks about like your frog is the thing that you really don't want to do or you kind of hate doing. Most of you is probably inviting. So they recommend you doing that like first. So if you sit down to do your Power Hour and your first thing that you are going to do is eating your frog, that's going to be inviting for most of you because the majority of you, because that's the thing, y'all, you get caught up in other things. Like if you don't laser focus, if you don't set a timer, if you don't like, you know, if you get caught up because, oh, this girl messaged you and then you want to respond to her. So then you're sitting there for 15, 20 minutes responding to one person when you said you were going to set out 30 minutes to message people. And then you've only gotten to 2 people because you've been messaging this one person, right? So then you tend to like put the thing that you hate doing, you tend to put it on back burner. So then like when it doesn't happen, you're like, oh, I'll just get to it tomorrow. Oh, I'll just message more people tomorrow. And then you don't do it. I know for me, like it's the same with my workouts. If I don't get it done, I'm like, oh, I'll double up tomorrow. I don't double up tomorrow. Like I just don't. I don't do it. I say I'm going to and then I don't. Just the thing that you hate doing. If you like inviting, then I mean, you're awesome because I don't think anyone really enjoys that part of this process. I mean, I don't really want to do it,
the more you invite those guys, the easier it gets to create these conversations.
Yeah.
Like, it is crazy. Like I just told you guys, from Thursday to today, I literally have messaged like 125 people. And these last couple people I've been messaging, those are the ones that I'm getting more interested because I'm like, okay, well, this isn't that bad. Like, I know it sounds crazy, and I am not the queen of invites. Trust me, this is something new for me. Like, but the more you do it, guys, the more comfortable you get with it. Just like the more you work out every single day, the more comfortable you get with wanting to work out every single day, right? You just have to do it. Like Jesse was saying, like you have to laser focus in on what you're doing so you don't get like squirrel brain and like start playing with your 3 fur babies, because that's what I do. Like, so I have to lock myself in this office, close my door, and just get it done. So back to you, Jesse. Sorry.
You have a question. For those 125 combos, are they all hey girl, hey messages or invites to groups or coaching?
Okay, so this is a great question, right? Because a lot of us don't know how to even like begin starting anything, right? So tomorrow is Tuesday. Tomorrow, everyone on this call needs to post a Transformation Tuesday picture about yourself, right? Literally, I do it the very next day. So Wednesday, I go back to my post, my transformation post, and I go through the people who are not coaches who have liked or commented my post. And I literally send them this message. Ready? I don't have my phone, but this is going to be my phone. Hey girl, hey, thanks so much for liking my post the other day. It means so much to me to have so many positive, amazing, uplifting women supporting me in my journey. Are you in your journey too? Guys, it's amazing how many people will say, oh yeah, girl. Like I've had people that I didn't realize were coaches and they're like, yeah, girl, I'm a coach. I've been following you for a while. You're super awesome. You're a rock star. And then you have these people that are like, I wish I could be like you. I know it sounds crazy, but they admit crazy things to you when you just ask them simple questions. Okay? I send that to literally everyone who likes my transformation post. That's why it's important to be doing 2 a week. Minimum, right? So Tuesday, Transformation Tuesday. Wednesday, you can do Wowza Wednesday if you want. Thursday is going to be Throwback Thursday. Guys, that's the easiest way to create a conversation, right? They're liking your stuff, so why not thank them for doing that? It goes a very long way because it shows people that you're genuine. It makes them feel like, dang, like she noticed that I liked her post. You know, like I had a girl tell me like, oh, I thought that you were like this big coach and I never thought you'd ever reach out to me. What? Me, a big coach? Okay, like let's do it, girl. But like that's the easiest way to start conversations. Not all of those 125 were combos like that. Some of them were, hey girl, hey, like I saw your kid's birthday the other day. Can't believe how big he's getting. Oh my God, I can't believe he's 3. I don't have kids, but I talk to people about their kids, and guess what? They like to talk about their kids too. And half the time I don't even go into Beachbody with them. Okay, I let them just talk about their kids, and I tell them about how I want to have kids one day, and you know, I relate back to them. Eventually, guys, you end up building these relationships with these people, and then they end up reaching out to you because they remember you were the one that messaged them on their kid's birthday when nobody else did. You know, messages I do every single day, happy birthday messages. Guys, it's the most simple thing to ever do. Happy birthday, girl. Hope you have a great day, right? How many of us can say that over 100 people comment on our Facebook every year for our birthday? Me? Okay, maybe 50 people, okay? I don't have that many friends. But anyway, so 50 people that comment on my Facebook, happy birthday, Ashley. Could I tell you who those 50 people were? No. But I probably only have 1 or 2 people that send me a message saying happy birthday. Hope that all your birthday wishes come true. Girl, hope you were able to blow out those candles. Happy dirty 30. You know, it goes a long way with people. And then they respond back to you because you're not trying to sell them something. You're just saying, hey, girl, what's going on? Haven't seen you since high school. Guys, start conversations like that. Like, people want to connect with you. That's why they're on Facebook, right? That's why they're friends with you on Facebook. Does that make sense? Did I answer that question? I might have got squirrel brain for a second. Sorry.
Someone asked Jessica said, I feel like I'm running out of friends to invite. The same people like my stuff. I reach out to a lot of them. Several interested, so that's good, but where do I get new people?
So that's a super, super good question. Sorry, I don't know why I have like hiccup burps. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, so that's a super, super good question, right? So we're all in this thing called network marketing. And in order to do that, you have to build a network, right? So you have to constantly be adding people to your Facebook. And I know that's super scary because a lot of us don't want anyone to know anything about our life. The way I look at it though, guys, if you're posting something on Facebook you don't want somebody to know about, you probably shouldn't be posting it on Facebook, right? Just saying. I don't have kids, so I don't know about the whole kid privacy thing. But you need to be adding people to your Facebook every single day. I add a minimum of 10 people every single night before I go to bed. Okay, and the way I do that is that on Facebook, there's like a little bar that says like suggested friends or something like that. And it will tell you how many mutual friends you have with that person. The more mutual friends you have, boom, I'm adding you. They should have probably more than 10 mutual friends with you so they don't think that you're a total creep, right? Because they're like, who's this girl Ashley added me? But if I have like 125 mutual friends with them, they're probably like, oh, okay, I probably met this girl somewhere. And they accept me, right? And then we start talking because I'm like, hey, girl, hey, happy birthday, right? And they don't know who I am, but I send them that message once a year. So constantly be adding to your network, you know? If you have a really good friend, go look through their friends list, right? Because you're probably friends with a couple of their friends that you don't even realize that you're friends with. I know that a couple of people, Jessie's told me before, she's taken out old yearbooks, like from elementary school, which I don't even know where mine are at, but I'm about to do that too. You know, look through your old yearbooks because these people know you, right? They know you in real life. But guys, you don't have to know people in real life in order to be friends with them on Facebook. Like, that's the amazing thing about Facebook, right? So you constantly want to be adding to your Facebook. That way you have more people, you have a bigger network to expand on, right? You don't want to be asking the same 30 people every single month if they want to join a challenge group, right? You can't send out, hey girl, hey, thanks for liking my post every single day to the same person. They're going to think you're psycho, okay? Don't do that. So you got to constantly be adding to your network, if that makes sense. Guys, when I go places, I ask people if I can be friends with them on Facebook. I know it sounds crazy, but when I meet people, so funny story. So when I was actually getting fitted for my dress, Jessie was there. So for my wedding dress. She was like, girl, you look so good. And I was like, girl, I was so nervous because I was 50 pounds heavier when I bought the dress. And she was like, whoa, what did you do? And I said, girl, let me find you on Facebook. And I'm friends with this girl on Facebook. And every other month I send her a message because she's interested. She just isn't ready to say yes yet. But one day she will, because I'm affirming it. She will be on my team. She's on my dream team because I know she can do it. Let's see. So Sydney, oh, sorry, that's not something. Jessica, your Facebook friends list will probably help you out. Just watch some other stuff on invite surge. Yes, guys, if you are not on the invite surge, this is for you. Get your ass on the invite surge, okay? If you are afraid of inviting, get on that invite surge. If you feel like you're a champion at inviting, get on the invite surge. Guys, these top coaches, they're offering this free training to us. Why would you not get on that, right? They're going to literally give us the secrets. That's what we all want, right? The secret sauce to inviting.
And I'm just saying right now that you've all heard the same stuff that they're telling you, but the way that they word it, you're going to be like, oh, okay, that's something new I heard, but you've already heard it. It's just they're telling you in a different way. Because the video I watched today, because I'm in the invite surge, y'all, and I've been doing this. I know like y'all all think that Jesse's a super successful coach and doesn't get told no because I hit Success Club 40 or 20 every month. Y'all, I get told no over and over and over again. But guess what? I dive into training. Any training that I can get my hands on, I am watching it. I am listening to it. I listen while I work out. I have headphones in while quarter force workouts. I already know what they're doing in them. I watch Joel and Jericho while I listen to Invite Surge, while I listen to the Income Surge, while I listen to Lindsay Stay when she goes live, because everyone knows when Lindsay Stay goes live, it's going to be good, right? Make it a priority. Income surge, inviting surge. If you weren't in the income surge and you don't know what we're talking about, reach out and ask me. There's the group's still up, I think I posted the videos, the links to all those. But pretty much it's like Lindsay Stay, Lindsay Matway, Bonnie Engel, all these top Bombshell Dynasty coaches sharing their knowledge, sharing what they do to invite, sharing like Dara, I don't know if y'all follow Dara. I don't even remember her last name. Dara Laporta, I think is her last name. She talked today, and she literally screenshotted pictures of her invites so that y'all can see them, and you can use that when you're talking to your audience. I did want to say something about finding new people too, because I saw Erin said, how do you break the ice when they're like, do I know you? And I've only had that happen like once or twice. Someone has been like, hey girl, like I don't accept messages from people I don't know. Like, do I know you? And usually, and I've heard requests a lot of people. And maybe some people I don't know if everyone accepts me. Like I don't make sure that I don't go back to see if they've accepted me, right? But the ones that, do message me saying like, do I know you? Who are you? Usually I just say like, hey girl, I came across your page and I saw you were mutual. Like I go look and see who we were mutual friends with. And I say, I love connecting with other women. I love connecting with other women who share, like if you go on their timeline, look at their timeline. If it's private, then obviously you can't do that. But just make something up. Like I always say, like, I just love connecting with other women because I really have a passion to inspire. And I just wanted to reach out because I saw you were mutual friends with this person. I've never had someone be like, you're a creep, leave me alone. Why are you friend requesting me? All right. I noticed a lot of you only have like 400 friends. 500 friends, which is fine, but you have to keep in mind that not everyone's going to see that post, that one post that you put up. Even if you're putting up 3 posts a day, like 3% of your Facebook friends see your posts. 3%, okay? So that's why we do post so much. We post 3 times a day, 4 times a day. And, like think about it. Like I have 4,000 friends on Facebook. I need to go delete some people because I'm like buku friends with a ton of Beachbody coaches that I don't even know. Okay, I've never met them. Don't friend request coaches unless you've met them. That's like my number 1 tip for that, because then you're just, if you meet them on trips or at Summit, then yeah, obviously, like I love seeing all these Beachbody people on my newsfeed, but then like they take up space. You can only have 5,000 friends on Facebook. I know that seems like a lot, but it adds up when you're adding 10 people every day, when you're reaching out. If you're part of groups, I don't know if any of y'all are part of like mom groups or whatever groups, like sewing groups or anything like that. Like I'm a part of like an Instant Pot group. Go in those groups and don't just friend request everyone, but like anyone that you see commenting, asking questions, connect with them. If you see something similar that they've posted about, or that they, you know, maybe have shared. Like I went through, like Ashley said, I went through all my high school. I'm like in a class of 2008 group from my high school. So I went through and I friend requested all those people. It's really hard if you're looking at like grammar school, because a lot of people have changed their last names or gotten married or whatever. And I don't friend request dudes. Like I don't need to be friends with dudes. So I don't do that. So it's harder because I have to find girls that, you know, either have changed their name or whatever. But, you know, if you're mutual friends with someone that they were friends with in grammar school, they'll probably be friends with that person. So, I mean, you just got to do a little, I'm not saying to be a creep, but do a little, like, digging around. Be a little creeper. And just friend request those people, y'all. Like, start with the people you know. And I know a lot of people think, like, oh, my friends aren't interested because they're not liking my post. Y'all, I have had people tell me, like, I had someone reach out to me the other day who said, I've been watching you for 3 years. I've been doing this for 3 years almost. I've been watching you for the last 3 years, and now I'm ready to join you. She's never once, never liked my post, never commented on anything, never reached out to me about anything. She's like, I know you don't realize this, but people are watching you. Like that was straight up what she said. And I was like, sounds creepy, but it's true. It's so true. So make sure that, like, just because people aren't liking your stuff doesn't mean that they're not watching you. Okay. I think
follow people you follow that you don't click on their stuff, because I do that all the time. Anybody else, or is it just me? Like, for real.
Same. Do you track them if you send an invite? Do you track them if you send an invite, or only add them to your list once they accept you?
Anytime I think or know someone is interested, I write them on a list. Anytime unless they tell me no, then I put them on a list of, like, no, I'll follow up with you next month list. Because, guys, a no doesn't mean no. It just means not right now. And if you're inviting people, you should put them on a list, right? So you know who you've invited and who you haven't invited. Use an Excel spreadsheet. Use Teamsy if you're into that. I'm pencil and paper, so I put it in a notebook. But anytime someone tells me they're interested, they go on, like, my lead list. This person has told me they're interested, so I know one day they'll be a part of my team. Like, that's how I look at this. You know, if they tell me, yes, they're interested, they're ready to order, they go on my list. The only time I move them off of that list is when they become a coach of my team, and then I move them to my coach list, right? You should be tracking everything that you're doing with all these people, right? Now, of course, like, if they don't respond to you, not a big deal. You don't have to add them to your list. But I follow up with people who don't respond to me. I say, hey, girl, I was just curious to see if you saw my message the other day. I know that sometimes Facebook Messenger can be kind of wonky. Just wanted to know what you were thinking. And guys, half the time, like, I feel like they feel like they're super guilty. So then they message me back and they're like, oh, yeah, I got your message. Just right now, it's not a good time. Perfect. They go on my no list, not this month, but next month, right? So then I follow up with them again. The more you interact with people, the more you show up on their newsfeed. That's how Facebook works. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but you should be going through and, like, liking people's posts, not just coaches, right? How many of you, like, when you get into your Facebook, you log in and you have, like, nothing but, like, coaches on your feed, right? You have a bunch of Jesse's posts. You might have some of my posts. That's because you like our stuff. And that's not a bad thing. Like, I like that you like my stuff, but you should be also, like, liking regular people too. So their stuff shows up on your newsfeed. If they're not showing up on your newsfeed, you're most likely not showing up on theirs. And it's like what Jesse said, like, you may have 500 friends and you might be posting 5 times a day, but I don't know what the percentage is, but a very, very small percentage of your friends see one of your posts a day. Okay? It might be annoying to the person that's following you, you know, that's hardcore, like, what's Ashley posting today? But, like, if you're not posting your transformation a minimum of twice a week, like, nobody's seeing that, right? Does that make sense? Right? And I'm not saying post the same transformation over and over again, because that person that is a diehard follower is gonna be like, what is she doing? Like, you know, but the more you post, the more you interact with people, the more you message people, the more you show up on their feeds, right? And it's just like what Jesse said, like, they may not respond to you, but they're probably going to go to your Facebook and check you out because they haven't talked to you in a couple of years. And they're probably like, what's Ashley been up to? She just messaged me about joining her team. Like, let me go see what this is about. I don't usually cold message people about joining my team, by the way. I only cold message them if I think that they're, like, super rock stars going to join my team. Anyway.
All right. Any other questions? Because I know it's getting late. Anything? Okay. Thank you so much, Ashley. I got a lot out of that. I hope everyone else did too. Erin's clapping for you. I love you, Erin. You're awesome. Okay, so a few things that I just wanted to kind of really quick make sure that everyone knows. Invite surge. Get into the invite surge. I believe that it's been posted in every team page that you're a part of. I know not everyone in here is in Florida Fit, my team. Most of you are in Florida Fit or Tribe Health or both. Some of you are in Destined for Greatness. I personally don't add a ton of my new coaches to all the team pages because I know it can be overwhelming. So just know that if you're a part of a team page, you should be getting all that information, okay? So invite surge is number one. Get into it if you haven't been. Ask to be added to it if you haven't been, okay? The second thing is Super Saturday is like right around the corner. So for those of you who are new and don't know what Super Saturday is, local events all around the country. So if you're in Canada, if you're in wherever you're at, wherever you live, you probably have a Super Saturday by you. I know Amber's making a sad face because they don't have one by her. But you can, we'll make sure we get you the video and share all the updates. But if you can go to one, y'all, go to one locally, okay? Those events, it's a local event. Everyone gets together. Everyone kind of connects and gets to hang out, and we do workouts, and we hear about the new upcoming releases. I know that they're making a nutritional upcoming new something with nutrition. I'm assuming it's maybe a new Shakeology flavor or maybe something else that they have up their sleeves. I know that we're going international this year, meaning to another country. I don't know where. Maybe they'll post that or announce that. I have no idea what they're announcing. I have no idea. But they always announce cool stuff, right? So go to it. Get to know your fellow coaches locally. I've become best friends with some of the people that I've met at Super Saturday, okay? So go. Especially if you're in Louisiana, you better be at our Super Saturday event, all right? It's April 8th, by the way, is ours. It's usually that same weekend. It might not be that Saturday. Sometimes they have like a Super Friday or Super Sunday, depending on your area. So if you go to tbb.com/411, something like that, or just Google Super Saturday, Beachbody, April 2017, the map will pop up and it will have your location of where there's Super Saturday, okay? So that's the next thing. And then the last thing is Summit. So there's still tickets available for Summit, y'all. I don't know who here has like bought a ticket to Summit and is going to Summit. Yay! Oh my God, I cannot freaking wait. Okay, so if you haven't bought a ticket to Summit, or if you're like maybe on the fence about it, I know that they still have, like I know people that are trying to sell their tickets. They can't go anymore. Things came up, whatever. If they have transferable tickets. So reach out, like post in Destined for Greatness, post in our team pages if you do want to go, because I'm sure we can find you a transferable ticket. Transferable tickets are like $175. Y'all, it's so worth the money. Like you do not want to miss I keep saying Super Saturday, Summit. You don't want to miss Summit, especially because it's in New Orleans. You get to hang out with like all of Florida Fit pretty much. So why would you not want to come? But really though, like it will change your life. Like I don't know how to explain how amazing Summit is. So be there. Like don't, like Ashley, you want to know why Ashley signed up as a coach? Because she saw me in Nashville at Summit and she texted me and said, how do I go to that? The year before, not last year, the year before. And I was like, how do you go to what? Like, it was so, I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, how do I get to Nashville? And I was like, well, you get in a car, you get in a plane, and you fly there or drive there. She was like, no, I mean, like, I want to go where you're at. Like, I want to go to that convention. People want to be a part of this community. I know y'all might not realize it if you've never been to anything like that. If you've been to Super Saturday, Summit is like times 1,000. Like, it's like so much bigger and amazing. Like you get to just hear stories about other people's transformations and like you cry. You have like Ashley had her little moment. I always say you get like a, not like necessarily aha moment, but you just like, you feel the feels. Like you feel this energy and you feel how amazing it is. And like I'm getting excited and passionate talking about it because it's just that awesome. So make Summit a non-negotiable. Like that's, I'm just putting that out there. Make it a non-negotiable. Find a ticket if you don't have a ticket. reach out to me if you need somewhere to stay. I mean, y'all cannot stay at my house because I have a bazillion dogs. It's a zoo. My house is not that big, but I know people in New Orleans. I live here. We have a bunch of people in Florida Fit that probably would not mind housing you for a few days. Just reach out, okay? Reach out. But you'll need to be there. All right, so those are the 3 things. Anything else that I'm forgetting that's like super important? Oh, if you hit Success Club this month, I don't know if anyone knows this, but if you hit Success Club this month, you get a sample box of a sampler pack of the performance line. If you're in Canada, I don't know if anyone on here is in Canada, you don't get that because y'all can't get everything in the performance line. You get the Energize packets, sample packets. But I mean, hey, it's free stuff, right? So all you have to do is help 3 people this month. By the end, March 31st, you still have time, y'all. It's the 20th. You have 11 days. All right, I've gone from 0 to 10 overnight. Ashley went from 0 to 5 in like 2 days, 3 days. All right, 6 days. 6 days, but it's totally doable. Like, you just have to be willing to put in the effort. So if you want to hit Success Club, like, do it. Make it non-negotiable. Get a free sampler pack. Why not? You can try it and you can post about it. People like free stuff. So when they see, like, anytime I get something free, even if I don't keep it, I post about it, like, because usually I give it away in my challenge groups. But I post about it, like, Beachbody sent me some swag. Beachbody sent me this. Like, I'm still gonna post about it so people can see that. All right. I'm looking just to see.
Okay, real quick, since Jesse's not talking. Success Club, guys, is so super important too. If you want to go on these trips, like, I'm freaking pumped to go to Punta Cana. Like, y'all have no idea. Like, my bag is already packed. I know that sounds psycho, but all my bikinis are in my bag. But in order for you to earn these trips, guys, you have to be hitting Success Club. In order for you to build your business, you have to be hitting Success Club. It's not about a number. It's about you helping people, okay? In order for you to go to these trips, you have to help people, which means you will hit Success Club, right? So who's hitting Success Club this month? Come on, let's do it, I'm at 6 right now. I'm shooting for 10 by the end of the month. So we can do it, guys. I went from 0 to 6 from Thursday to today. We can do it, okay? Yeah.
You just have to believe. If you gave up already, you're not going to hit it. I'm just going to put that out there. If you've already, like, said, well, it's towards the end of the month, like, I won't hit it, or you're not willing to send out 10 messages tonight before you go to bed, you're not going to hit it, y'all. Like, I'm at Success Club 20 right now. I'm getting my boyfriend to Success Club. Like, it's doable. And I hit those numbers. There's no secret. There's no secret. And I don't spend my whole time inviting people. If y'all know me or anything about my business, I spend a lot of time with my team. I spend a lot of time with y'all. I spend a lot of time on trainings, a lot of time learning from other people's trainings so that I can bring it to y'all. My inviting is maybe 30 minutes to an hour a day, and that's not just like sitting down and inviting. I'm good at following up. I'm consistent with following up, and I'm consistent with my posting, and that's all there is to it. You don't have to be spending hours and hours a day messaging people. 30 minutes. Take 30 minutes, and don't respond back to them. I know it's hard. I have Erica messaging me the other day. She's like, how do you not respond back to these people? And I'm like, just don't respond back after. So 30 minutes of just straight messages. You can knock out like 30 to 50 to 100 messages in 30 minutes if you are literally, and don't just copy and paste. Like, make it personal, personalize it so that you're not a robot and so that you're not like, whatever, being annoying, but personalize it to that person, send them messages, get them out, and then go back and take 15 minutes to respond. Like, and I know you get that panic, like, oh my God, she's interested. If I don't respond, she's not going to want to buy from me because I waited 5 minutes. Like, it's going to be okay. If they want it, they will wait 5 minutes. All right. So just do that. And I promise you can hit Success Club. All of you on this call should and can hit Success Club this month. It depends on if you want it bad enough. The way it is. Being straight up real with y'all right now. All right. Well, I got to go to bed because I have a 5 a.m. wake up call really early in the morning. So I'm super happy that y'all got on tonight. Go to Super Saturday, y'all. Make that a non-negotiable. Try your best to get to Summit. I know it's kind of late in the game. I know people have plans over the summer. But if you have nothing to do the weekend of July 13th, whatever that week is, that weekend, Thursday through Saturday through Sunday, be there. Make it non-negotiable. Go to Super Saturday, get on that invite search, hit Success Club. 4 things that you need to be doing the rest of this month and making, Super Saturday and Summit's not this month, but you know what I mean. All right. Ask questions. Ask for help if you need help. Ask in the team pages. I don't mind you messaging me. Ashley doesn't mind you messaging me. I'm sure your coach doesn't mind you messaging them. But if you ask in the team pages, your questions, unless they're like specific to a specific like conversation or anything, people have the same questions. I get the same questions every day, and I don't mind answering them. But it's like, what's this about? How do I hit Success Club? Like, ask in the team pages. That's what it's for. All right. That's why we have them. All right. So if y'all have questions, just please don't hesitate to ask. I know people are like, you're so busy, I'm afraid to ask you things. No, ask in the team pages. All right. I am busy, but I love you and I want to help you in any way that I can. So ask questions. Yeah, that's it. All good? Anyone else want to say anything? Ashley? Thank you, Ashley. Yay! Thank you, Ashley.
Can we take a picture? Can we take a picture? Hold on, I gotta get my phone.
I took like a screenshot earlier when no one was paying attention. So I'm sure y'all like, I always do that just to see.
We're gonna take a real picture where everyone can do their hair and stuff real quick. Hold on.
Oh, Ashley has to do her hair. So if y'all know anything about Ashley, every freaking team call, she's got like her hair all, like she like fixes it for the picture, and I look like this. And then every Thursday when she comes over to my house and we take pictures, she's like, oh wait, I gotta fix my hair. I'm like, Ashley, do you see what I look like? Like, you're making me look bad.
I mean, it looks okay, right?
Your hair looks beautiful.
I have a big forehead, so I gotta make it look good, you know?
Your hair looks beautiful.
All right, ready?
Okay, everybody smile. Are you taking it?
Got it. Got like 20 of them.
Do one more. Smile, everybody. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Ashley, smile. Ashley, smile. I'm taking a picture of you. Smile. All right.
Oh, but I was told.
Oh, my goodness. All right. It's late. We got to go to bed.
Yeah.
Good night. I love you.
Thank you for joining us.
I will post this recording, so tag your teams in it. I will post it once it's uploaded tomorrow. All right, because I'm going to bed, so it's not uploading today. Bye. Good night, everybody.
Bye, everybody.